of the love notebook, correct?
That's correct.
And this is a picture of you and Mr. Depp?
That's correct.
Oops, it sure looks like Amber is ruining her appeal-winning chances each day goes by because with this newly leaked love letter, the Aquaman actress just might be kissing her appeal goodbye. Stick with us to know more. Do you know that during the U.S. defamation trial, Depp's lawyers presented 2 private letters that Heard wrote to Depp, alongside an image of the pair on holiday in Australia from what they described as a series of love journals that Heard had compiled and shared with Depp? Well, if you missed that, here's a recap. In the first letter, Heard writes passionately about her thoughts on love, as well as her relationship with Depp. True love isn't about just the madness of passion or instead picking the safety of peace. No, it's about having both, Heard wrote in the letter, according to the evidence. Falling madly in love with your friend. That is what has surprised me perhaps the most, that I have seen in you the true bones of friendship and respect. But I still, of course, more than ever, want to rip you apart, devour you, and savor the taste. Fret not.
This is a picture that's on the inside cover of the love notebook, correct?
That's correct.
And this is a picture of you and Mr. Depp?
That's correct.
And you're in Australia in this picture, aren't you?
Yes, but that's much later once we returned.
You can see that Mr. Depp's right hand is bandaged, right?
Yes, that's correct. That was after it had recovered significantly. That's not what it looked like during the incident we were just talking about.
So this is a picture after the events in Australia in March of 2015, correct?
Yes.
After Depp's lawyer finished reading the letter, she asked Heard whether she had recited her words correctly, to which Heard said, yes, it's a love note. Depp's lawyer moved on to the second letter, which features Heard speaking directly to Depp about conflicts in their relationship. I'm sorry I can get crazy. I'm sorry I hurt you. Like you, I can get wicked when I am hurt. When I feel provoked, shattered, and last night I was, Heard wrote in the letter to Depp. I felt abandoned by the Lily Rose thing. I felt absolutely bewildered by you not coming home on my last night here, and I was heartbroken and angry after many attempts in vain on my part to rectify the situation and make amends on the last of what was an otherwise gorgeous trip with you. Later in the letter, Heard apologized to Depp for what she described as her part in hurting the actor. There's never a reason good enough to hurt you. You are the last thing in the whole world that deserves it. The last person in the world who deserves it, she wrote. I love you, Steve. I'm forever yours, Slim.
This is actually the first note you wrote to him in this journal.
I don't remember what the first note was.
The date on this note is May 22nd, 2015, correct?
That is correct. That was during our honeymoon period.
This is just a little bit over 2 months after the events in Australia in March of 2015, right?
That's correct. We were back in a honeymoon phase. That was the period of sobriety I spoke about yesterday.
After Mr. Depp had allegedly assaulted you with a bottle.
Meanwhile, this is the same time Amber claimed Depp had assaulted her with a bottle. Isn't that cray-cray? And now Rottenborn is furious that Amber could make the mistake of not cleaning her evil tracks, which has further convinced the world that she is guilty. And with this development, we honestly don't see how the appeal will tilt to her favor. Let's see how the fans have responded. A fan wrote, it being assaulted with a liquor bottle is the true bones of friendship and respect. I would hate to see what she considers disrespect. Is that what it says? Bones? Lows. It doesn't sound right, but it's what it looks like. Another fan reacted, the handwritten therapy notes that were her mountains and mountains of evidence that weren't allowed in court. Loads. Those were hilarious. A sound person would be like, nah, you can't use these, but in her pea brain she thought she could get away with it. I'm in healthcare too, in acute care, so not psychology or therapy, but I imagine they would not be handwriting notes on their clients' claims. And then this photo was a direct letter to Depp to show her love for him. Loads. That'll be all for now. Stay with us to know much more.